Hi everyone, this is probably my favourite technique, and I call it Animate and Annotate. And the reason why I think it is the best technique, or one of the best techniques, in an upcoming book I'm writing is because it's so simple. Basically, what it is that we know from cognitive science that a combination of visual and verbal information allows students to retain information. For example, this might be used in science when showing the process of transpiration, and that's why I've brought this example here. The process of students seeing things come to life in front of them by labeling and annotating really does help them learn and consolidate what they've learnt. Adding audio is just a bonus as well. It's a clear articulation of the understanding, and it allows us as teachers to hear if they're on track and whether they understand. So that's the reason why I think this is a powerful learning tool. So I thought to start by showing you a classic example, a science example on transpiration.
Transpiration. Trees and plants take up water from the ground. Sun causes some of the water to evaporate from stems, branches and leaves. This is called transpiration.
So to do this, you simply just need to create a new presentation, a blank one. Just get rid of the text boxes by tapping on them and deleting them. Obviously, you should have gone outside or gone to the experiment that you're doing, or the student's doing. They should have taken photographs. So I'll just find the photograph, the original photograph, and put it in. This was the one on transpiration. So you put in the photograph, step 1 done. The next step is to add in annotations, which is quite straightforward, especially if you've got an Apple Pencil. If you do, tap straight on the screen, it'll bring up some editing options, change the colour with the circular tab, change whatever pen you want, you can tap on it again, change the thickness, and simply just draw over the image in whatever fashion you want. This is just purely an example from science. Afterwards, to make it come to life is what I mentioned in the last video, which is animation. You see there's a box around your annotations. What you need to do is just simply tap on the box, press on Animate, which is the right hand side, build in the animation, and select Line Draw. This will make the line drawing appear when the slide is played, like this. So next, students need to add in some kind of information panel or text box. Go to the plus icon, you go to shapes. Shapes is such a good tool to use. You can write on them, you can change the colour of them and transparency. See the last video if you're not sure what I mean. Drag the blue dots in the corners to make it bigger. Drag it in the middle. Remember the format tool from the first video as well. You can make the image a little slightly transparent by going down to opacity, sliding down the slider if you want to. To add text, simply you can write in the box, tapping on it, by tapping on it, and put the title. And remember, you can change the text as well, how big it is, the size of it, just by hitting the options in format again. So far we've got a mixture of visual information, we've got the writing as well to support students' understanding. Next, a good option to do is to put in some audio so they are articulating their understanding as well. So all you would do in this case is ask the student to go to record audio, which is under the plus, and bring up this control here and simply press record, and it will record the student's voice. Stop it. You can edit it down as well within the tool in the bottom left. Just tap on insert in the top right to put this into your slide. Students then have a complete visual representation and audio representation of their understanding of transpiration. So as I mentioned in my last video, a good way of submitting such an assessment, not as a slideshow, it would be as a video file. So remember what I said before about exporting a slideshow to a video. Simply tap on the 3 dots at the top right hand corner and hit export, which is the third option down, and hit movie, and you can export this into your camera roll. This will save it as a video file. Students can submit this video then to Sector or whatever, wherever they want. And this is what it looks like.
Transpiration. Trees and plants take up water from the ground. Sun causes some of the water to evaporate from stems, branches and leaves. This is called transpiration.